What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. This is break number 907 BD. This is a case, 4 boxes of 2025 National Treasures Baseball. Let's get the case open. If you happen to skunk in the break, which means you don't hit any cards, base, or anything else, we will send you something in the mail. Please do not ask for a refund. If you have 10 teams and you hit one of those 10 teams, that is not a skunk. Just giving you guys a heads up. Here we go. 4 boxes. Good luck, box number 1. Box number 1. Good luck to everybody. Top 2 cards should be base. We got Deion Sanders. This is the Atlanta Braves version of Deion Sanders. Atlanta Braves version, 89 out of 99. 89 of 99. Second. I can figure this out, I promise. All right. And Roberto Clemente, 12 out of 49 for Pittsburgh. Good luck, Draken and everybody else. Roberto Clemente. All right, our first hit of the break. That is for the Dodgers, Paul LaDuca. That is 31 out of 99. 31 out of 99, Paul LaDuca. This one is game-worn material. Game-worn. Triple patch. That is game gear of Andrew Painter. Andrew Painter, 7 out of 25 for the Phillies. 7 out of 25 for the Phillies. That one just does not want to go in. '24 out of 25. Up next is Miller Huggins for the Cincinnati Reds. Miller Huggins, 24 out of 25 on the player used bat. Player used bat. Cincinnati Reds. Triple patch. Game gear. That is Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens, 84 out of 99 for Pittsburgh. 84 of 99 on the game gear. Paul Skeens. Next up, our first thickie. Oh, it's an Origins. Origins rookie. 28 of 99. There is Colson Montgomery. Colson Montgomery for the Chicago White Sox. Patch auto, Colson Montgomery. That is 2023 Origins rookie Colson Montgomery. Got a redemption coming up behind this one. This one is for the Kansas City Royals. That is Blake Mitchell. 2 out of 10 on the patch auto. Clutch factor, 2 out of 10. Blake Mitchell. All right, here comes our redemption. Field Pass Autos. Field Pass Autos. Card number 4. Field Pass Autos. Card number 4. That is Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. on the Field Pass Autos, and I am looking at the checklist right now. This should be to 75, and it is going to the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reds version of Ken Griffey Jr. Is that you, Roy? Congratulations, bud. That is sick. And our last card of the first box. As you can see right here, got nothing left. That is going to the Yankees. 21 out of 49. Andy Pettitte auto. Andy Pettitte on the auto. 21 of 49. Yeah, that Ken Griffey Jr. That sucks for Seattle, but I do have the checklist up, and it does say Cincinnati Reds. Oh, you had the Mariners. Oh, sorry, Roy. Nope, it's on the checklist, guys. I always go by what's on the checklist. Yeah, well, Pajama Man, it was Roy. Vincent, that's you with Cincinnati? Congratulations, bud. Congratulations. One of these boxes, I could probably do one of these boxes. I cannot send these boxes. Sorry, my friend. Come on. Box number 2. Alright, here we go, guys. First two cards, our base cards. /99. That is Grover Alexander for the Chicago Cubs. Grover Alexander, Chicago Cubs. And for the Cincinnati Reds, 35/75, Barry Larkin. Our first hit of this second box. Connor Norby on the patch, 4/75 for the Miami Marlins. Connor Norby. We got a thicky one here. A thick one. Rookie. That is Max Muncy on Eckler's Choice Auto. 45/49 for the Oakland A's. Oakland A's. That is 1/75. That is going to the Cleveland Guardians. That is Eddie Murray. Is this player worn? I believe so. Yes. Player worn material for the Cleveland Guardians. Eddie Murray. Jacob Wilson, 7/75. 7/75, Jacob Wilson for the Oakland A's. How about Connor Norby, 78/99 for Miami on the patch auto. Patch auto, Connor Norby, Miami. Nice thicky one here too. Whew. 1/5 on the hat size. Cash Mayfield for the San Diego Padres. That's pretty cool. We all know Cash has a size 8 head now. He has a big head. That's a sick patch auto right there. /5. 2 cards left of box 2. That is on the auto. 5/10, Austin Wells. Austin Wells for the Yankees. And our last card of box number 2. Oh, wow. That is a huge patch. And how about Paul Skeens on the Player Collections patch? 23/25. Well, you thought it was funny about the big-headed Cash Mayfield? But that is a banger right there. Paul Skeens, patch auto /25. That is sick. Congrats to the Pirates. Congrats to the Pirates. Box number 3. Box number 3. Yeah, this has been a good case so far. We still need to get a 101 though. Just like we did in our last case. We need a 101. And that's a thick one right there. I like them thick. I like them chunky. My name is Moto, baby. Box number 3. All right, our base cards. For Washington, we got James Wood. James Wood, 26 out of 99. 26 of 99, James Wood for Washington. Colt Emerson, 43 out of 49. That's for Seattle. First hit of the third box. Excuse me, we're on the third box. First hit. Dontrell Willis, game worn material. Player worn material. Dontrell Willis going to the Florida Miami Marlins. This one is numbered 33 out of 49. 33 of 49. Nice. If I had one touches that big to put it in, I would. Darryl Strawberry, and this is the New York Yankee version. New York Yankee version, 84 out of 99. Player worn material for the New York Yankees. $15 out of 25. That is Jamie Foxx for the Philadelphia Phillies. No, wait. Hold on. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to go look at the checklist on this one. I'm going to look at the checklist. Philadelphia, it could be the Athletics. It could be the Phillies. Let me grab my checklist here. Let's go up to memorabilia. Let's go to Game Gear. There it is. Game Gear. Card number is JF. Jamie Foxx. Let's see. Of course, they don't have him. Oh, there he is. Jamie Foxx, Philadelphia Athletics. And the Philadelphia Athletics became what team did the Philadelphia Athletics become? And Kansas City Athletics. And then they became the Oakland Athletics. So this does go to the A's. This goes to the A's. Philadelphia Athletics to the Oakland Athletics. Next up. How about Wyatt Sanford for the Pittsburgh Pirates? 10 out of 25 on the patch auto. The Pirates are kind of eating a little bit right now. That is Jose Canseco autograph. 10 out of 10. Peerless signatures going to the Toronto Blue Jays. Isn't it in Toronto where he had the ball bump off his head and go over the fence for a home run? That's when he was playing for the Toronto Blue Jays, right? So this would be a classic card. Next up, we do have a booklet. I knew the word I was looking for, guys. I knew the word. We have a booklet coming, and we possibly may be having a randomizer. We may have a dual auto. So we'll see in a second here. But let's get to it because we got 3 cards left in this box. That is Brody Brecht. 79 of 99 for the Colorado Rockies. Rockies are on the board with that patch auto of Brody Brecht. I'm going to save the booklet because our last booklet was a 1 of 1. So here's this, guys. 10 out of 25. It is not a dual auto. It is for the Chicago White Sox, and that is Carlton Fisk on the bat auto. Apparently he didn't want to sign it on the bat like everybody else does, but that is a sick auto right there. That is sick. Carlton Fisk, Chicago White Sox version. Congrats to the White Sox. And our booklet. Prospect Signature Jumbo Material Booklet. 12 out of 35 going to the Toronto Blue Jays. Arjun Namala. Arjun Namala. Look at that patch. That is sick. Arjun Namala for the Blue Jays. This is 12 out of 35 on the booklet. 12 out of 35. Got one too many in there. There we go. I'll figure it out so it doesn't bounce around in there. There we go. There we go. Just needed a flat surface. All right, last box, guys. Last box. Good luck. Box number 4. Not so thick. All right, last box. got some thick ones here. Hopefully we got a bat knob. That would be cool. That bottom one is kind of pushing up a little bit. Hopefully that's like a bat knob or something. That bottom card. All right, here we go. Last box. This one, Jose Canseco on the base. 8 out of 99. This is the Oakland A's version. Oakland A's version of Jose. And a nice prospect. 46 out of 75 for the Milwaukee Brew Crew. Jesus Made. 46 out of 75. All right, here we go. That is for Houston, Bryce Matthews, 3 out of 99. 3 out of 99 on the Major League material. For the Colorado Rockies, Chase Dollander, 65 out of 75. 65 of 75. Again, we got a redemption. I also want to thank everybody for being here. And if you do skunk, we will send you something in the mail. This is 48 out of 49. That is for the St. Louis Cardinals, red Schoendeist. Schoendenst. And that is definitely player-worn material. St. Louis Cardinals are on the board. Our redemption. Players Collection Signature Hollow Gold. Card number 22. That's Luke Keyshaw. That is for the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota Twins, Luke Keyshaw. We got 3 cards to go. 3 cards to go. This is a Triple Threads. Triple Threads patch auto. That is going to the Rockies. 14 out of 49. Players Collection, Chase Dollander. Oh, whoa. We got 2 more cards under there. That's why that was so high. We got a die cut coming. We have a die cut. 17 out of 49. That's Braylon Payne for the Milwaukee Brewers. Braylon Payne, Milwaukee. Is what to 10? Which one, Weedy? The gold auto? The Keyshaw. I honestly don't know. I can look at the checklist. Give me a second. Let's look here. Let's see what it's numbered to. Alright, that was the Players Collection Signature Hollow Gold. So let's go to Players Collection. PL. Players Collection Signature. Card 22. Luke Keyshaw. Gold. The Hollow Gold is numbered to 10. Yes, it is. Numbered to 10 according to the checklist. There you go. If that's you, Weedy, congratulations. Nice hit. I like Luke Keyshaw. I think he's going to be good. All right, our die cut. Our die cuts. Future Kings. That is Andrew Painter of the Philadelphia Phillies. 6 out of 49. That is pretty cool. 6 out of 49. And guess what, guys? I did say we had a redemption, a randomizer. We do have a random coming. Our last card of the break is a random. It's going to be fun, too. There's that. Last card in my hand. We're going to turn it this way because we have a double auto of the LSU connection. Dylan Cruz for Washington, Paul Skeens for Pittsburgh, synced signatures, and this one is numbered 12 out of 25. It is a Christmas card, and this will be randomed right now to end the break. There it is. Give me 1 second, and I will set up the random real quick. Let me type the names in. All right. eBay, you have to come with me. YouTube, I'm switching you over now. Let's get this done. All right. YouTube, you should be switched over. Should come up in a second here. And here we go, guys. Here we go. Here's the randomizer for that. Pittsburgh and Washington. It's got to be 5 or higher on the dice. We're going to roll the dice. Boom. We got a 9. 9 on the dice. There's Pittsburgh. There's Washington. 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 time, guys. Good luck to both players, both teams. 9 times. It's going to Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Paul Skeens gets the auto. Paul Skeens gets the auto on the randomizer. Pittsburgh has had a break. Wow. All right. Let's zoom in and do our recap. Congratulations to the Pirates. Recap time. Our relics. All right, we got Red Schoendienst, Chase Dollander, Bryce Matthews, Jimmy Fox. This goes to the Oakland A's, Philadelphia Athletics, Oakland Athletics. Darryl Strawberry for the Yankees, Dontrell Willis, Jacob Wilson, Eddie Murray. We got Connor Norby, Paul Skeens. We got Cincinnati Reds, Miller Huggins, Andrew Painter, and Paul LaDuca. Our autographs. Andrew Painter on the Future Kings Shield. Or Crown, Crown Royale auto. That is Jose Canseco for Toronto on the auto. Austin Wells for the Yankees. We got Max Muncy, Oakland. Andy Pettitte for the Yankees. And Ken Griffey Jr. for the Cincinnati Reds. We had a bat auto, Carlton Fisk. This one's going to the Chicago White Sox. Our other patch autos, that is Braylon Payne, Chase Dollander, Brody Brecht, Wyatt Sanford, Connor Norby, Blake Mitchell, Colson Montgomery, Cash Mayfield to 5 on the hat size patch auto. And Paul Skeens on the Players Collection triple patch auto. Okay. Paul Skeens on the patches, Paul Skeens on the patch auto, and then we're going to have some more Paul Skeens. Luke Keyshaw to 10 going to the Minnesota Twins. Nice hit. This is jumbo material for the Toronto Blue Jays. This one is Prospect Arjun Namala, and that is really a sick patch. And then the hit of the break, Paul Skeens, Dylan Cruz, double auto, synced signatures, Christmas card, 12 out of 25, going to the Pittsburgh Pirates and Paul Skeens on the randomizer. There's your break, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you did not hit, I'm so sorry. You know, we do our best, and we hope everybody hits, but it happens sometimes. We will send you something in the mail if you did not hit. I hope you guys had a good time. Hope to see you all next time. Have yourself a great Sunday afternoon. Peace.